Hi, I'm Sammy Grammy, and I'm back to add a little more detail to our dog. And again, this is a little beagle, and I'm not going to really be adding a lot of detail to this dog, but I'm going to add some here, up on his ear. And usually, to make things look like they're going in, it really is a good idea to add some shadow. Shadows are what make things look three-dimensional. And I'm going to blend a little bit. And just a moment. Looking for my kneaded eraser. Here it is. And sometimes I blend with the kneaded eraser, or I use a little paintbrush or blending stick. Here I'm using paintbrush right now. And I'm going to blend this darker area in so my contrast is a little more even. I think I need a little more. So I'm going to add a little more here to make this little dog's ear look like it's going in a little more. And then I'm also going to maybe add a little bit of what's called a highlight. Now I can use my kneaded eraser, and it's a lot of fun to use a kneaded eraser. My grandchildren really like it. You can pull it apart. That cleans it. You can make a point on it, and you can add a little highlight up here by using that. That'll make the dog look a little more three-dimensional again, because that part of his head will come out. I'll blend it in a little bit so it's not real strong. And then I'm blending a lot of the rest because I don't want my lines to really show a lot. Around his nose a little bit. Today I'm using a little softer charcoal because I'm going to add some darker details. Works well for darker details. Add some more around the little nose. And a little shadow here. A little more shadow here. A little more shadow around the nose. A little more shadow coming up here. And you may want to work from a picture of another dog, and that would be fine. You don't have to draw my dog. But these are some ideas to give you. Remember, really, you want to get your lines about the way you want them before you start the other part. You can stop the video and start it again so that if you make a mistake, you can fix your lines. So with my kneaded eraser, say I made a mistake over here. Take my kneaded eraser and erase it. And then I can redraw it the way I want. That's especially if you draw lightly. I always recommend really drawing pretty lightly, because then you can correct things if you make a mistake. Alright, I'm going to add another shadow here. I'm not 100% happy with my composition of the picture. That means that where I place things on the picture. The reason being that the ear is going off the page a little bit. So I could try my picture again if I wanted and change my composition a little bit. But I kind of like the picture, so I think I'm going to finish it even though I'm not happy with my composition. It always, whenever you draw, it's always good to continue drawing. Always, just draw as much as you can. The more you draw, the better you get at drawing. And that's really the key to drawing. I play a lot of musical instruments too. And really, the key is just to do it. Do it a lot and keep doing it. And there are so many things you can follow on YouTube that, really, just look it up and do some drawing, learn about your color mixing, do some painting. Just try to get some materials if you can. And I'm going to add a little shadow here. And usually I usually draw from a photo, and sometimes I draw from life. That's not always difficult because things move. But if you can get somebody to sit for you and you can draw them, it's really good practice to draw from life. And usually artists use I feel like this area is too dark, so I'm lightening it up a little with my kneaded eraser. And artists get a professional model sometimes to draw from so that the person can stay still. Right now over here I'm going to add a little shadow. I want to think about where my light is coming from also in my picture. The light on this picture is coming kind of from the front and kind of from above. So your shadows are going to be underneath, kind of on the sides, and also, as an example, in these ears they go into. And then this dog's eyes have quite a bit of shadow around them, and they stand out. He's got big brown eyes. He's got beautiful eyes. And he's really a sweet, sweet dog. Probably our favorite dog that we've had because he's so kind to everyone. And he's just a kind, kind little dog. Okay, and that's my video for today. Again, I do approximately 7-minute videos. And I'll add a little more shadow in here next time. Maybe I'll add a quick little bit amount here now, so you can begin to see. And again, I don't want it to be really, my lines to show a lot, so I'm using my brush to blend with and my kneaded eraser. So you're seeing more charcoal-y. Okay, and I do sometimes use my fingers. You may not want to because it's pretty dirty and you're getting a lot of things on your fingers, but Leonardo da Vinci used his fingers quite a bit for painting and other things. And one way to identify his paintings is people would actually find his fingerprints. He didn't have an awful lot of paintings, but people would actually see his finger, his different fingerprints in the painting. Thank you again, and have a great day. Keep drawing. Keep drawing. Just draw a lot.